Hello? 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 Wow. Hello? 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 Hello?
I'm a douchebag.
Hello?
I'm a douchebag. I'm a douchebag.
Wow. Not even it's no one watching, but apparently haters are still listening. Love it.
The JLS.
I know there isn't anyone who watches, and I get that, and that's fine. But I still need an outlet to express frustration and I don't know, just overall disappointment in things in life. So this is what you get. Well, this is what I get to relieve myself. I mean, other than local milfs in my area who need attention and gilfs. I like them. I like them a bit older. I can say with a ton of certainty that kind of once I moved to Arizona and I established like myself and got settled, I kind of just gave up. Because yeah, move to the desert and die. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped trying to care about my appeal or anything else. I'm not used to living in such a small town that when you go out to the only two places available, you see the same people every time. And then there was a bunch of drama with the people who I did connect with, and like some weird marital issues and things like that. And I was like, oh, I don't want to be a part of that. So I was like, I'll just stay home, save money, and blah 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 blah. Staying home is fun, especially when you pay a lot. I'm a homebody. But I did come to a point where I need to go to the doctor to get my pills, for my stupid throat shit I've mentioned before. And I went and found out sitting on your ass all day doing nothing and never really trying has consequences. Yeah, and then also door dashing every meal and just literally never leaving the house. I mean, you're talking fat ass level bullshittery, not just I didn't lift some weights today. So I went to the doctor. I had my physical so I could get my pills re-up for a year, as we do in America. Yeah. Remember when that was something of pride? Childhood, or 2008. I got some blood work done, and I got back some pretty fucked results. I immediately that day turned my shit around because I found out not only did I have like kidney damage, possibly to the extent I need to get dialysis, but also I was diabetic, who knows what level. I'm getting these results the same time the doctor is. It's a Sunday, April 26th. I went on April 24th. I'm assuming the doctor's not reading their patient shit, so I just flipped the script, dude, and like went hardcore. When Justin goes hardcore, it means softcore. Like he's old now. It's always soft, a little bit, right? Luckily, back in like I think 2012, I really started hitting the gym really hard. I had bulking seasons and cutting seasons. I would eat super clean for a couple of months, lose like 40 pounds, and then kind of just bulk up from there. Get that summer bod. Well, anyone who's seen the videos of Justin during the summer back in those days, I don't know if that's a summer bod or a dad bod. But I would do it. I'd eat clean as fuck. I'd eat tilapia and spinach and kale and all those other things he can't remember. And I think because of the fact I've done it before, I know how to do it and not feel like overwhelmed by it. So immediately I stopped drinking Mountain Dew. And here's the crazy thing about Mountain Dew. It's today's sponsor. No, I'm just kidding. Like I've ever had a sponsor. That would be hilarious. But no, he did love Dew. Almost all of my problems were due to Mountain Dew. I drank 5 to 7 cans a day the whole time I was just chilling at home. And beyond that, for like 30 years. Just so much sugar. It's the most sugary soda you can get, but I love it. And yet, I was able to give it up in an instant, like it was nothing. So when people say like, oh, coffee, oh, I need coffee. No, you don't. You don't need donuts, you don't need hamburgers, you don't need a bunch of greasy bullshit, you don't need to order things in. You just need to stop, try something different. Turns out, wanting to constantly eat and just banging out a bag of Cheetos, like, didn't need it. But mentally I was like, man, this is what I do, you know? And that was fine for a while. But then it wasn't when I saw how like scary it is to realize your mortality at 44, and I'm not even at 45 yet. I can't even go get my free American colonoscopy to find out if I have butt stuff going on. I mean, he's always got some butt stuff going on, you know what I'm saying? He loves it in the So yeah, I went back to the gym every single day, did at least 1 to 2 miles of cardio, plus my original workouts, but with lesser weight so I could tone rather than gain weight. Gross protein shakes of spinach and kale and raspberries, a little bit of banana for taste, protein powder, avocados, which is a great snack and tasty. When I wanted something to eat, half a cucumber, full cucumber, whatever. Greek yogurt, just, you know, it's really not that bad. And that plus the workouts, from the 24th of April, I weighed in at 241.3 pounds. The next week, on that Monday, and I was 231.4 pounds. And then the following Monday, 229 pounds. And we'll see what the next week is. But I'm losing weight. And I'm also a big believer in the scale doesn't mean shit. Because who cares, right? The scale can say what it wants to say. I'm also toning muscle, but I might possibly be building a little bit or maintaining a little bit. So it is possible that it may go up next week. But as long as I see the change, who cares? Hopefully my kidneys and pancreas and all the other stuff, livers and lungs, I don't know. I don't know what does the insulin sugar thing. You know, high school graduate. You know, what the craziest part for me though is that there are signs of things that your body is trying to tell you are wrong way before you find out they are wrong. And it's sad that, at least for me, with the doctors I've seen over the last 10 years, none of them have taken the time, even in my annual physical, to actually like check out my full self. They're not looking, you know, they're like, hey, so depressed a little bit? Okay. Let me check in your ears and then let me check your breathing. Okay. So yeah, I can get a colonoscopy done in August and find out I got some butt cancer or something, maybe. I feel like more and more people my age are dying of it. I've had a buddy die of it, and several celebrities have died of it, like Dawson. You know, the Dawson died of butt stuff, like colorectal cancer kind of stuff. And unfortunately, for free in America, you gotta wait till you're 45. So maybe there's something there. But the thing they don't check for is lung stuff. Like, okay, you listened to my breathing and it was good? Cool. I've smoked for 33 years and I am 44 years old. Do the math here, bud. "20 years. No? Okay. Why is there not a full body MRI done every 10 years once you hit 40? You know what I mean? Like, just to find all the other shit growing in you. I could breathe just fine. That doesn't mean there isn't tumors all over my shit. But whatever. Someday, maybe in my kids' 40s, he'll have that. One can hope. It definitely happened for us. We're done. So anyways, I just thought I'd make a quick video to like tell you guys, if you're like getting older, there's never a bad time to start turning shit around. Like, I remember the reason why I even started working out was because I looked in the mirror with my shirt off and went, ugh. As did all the women I tried to bring home. And they could see me in clothes and be like, ew. I also found out I was anemic, so I started taking like iron medication, things like that, learning about having to take vitamin C with that. One of the things that I always used to find out in my blood test was I was always vitamin D deficient. But fortunately for me, I live in Arizona. I get all the sunlight I need. It's just always in me now. So I've noticed I'm less tired. All these things, people were like, ooh, you're just depressed. That's why you're so tired. No, I was depressed and I was tired. There is possibly a difference. So having more iron intake was great. These shakes suck, but the extra protein. I also like have like this like cereal that's super oaty, but chocolate, and it's high in fiber. So fiber is great, protein's high, iron's better. Like, just doing some simple stuff, I get through my day just fine. I rock workouts like I haven't for 10 years. And yet all this time there has been signs. My body has been trying to tell me that I was getting diabetic, that I had some kidney issues, and I didn't know to listen to them. And none of my doctors, sadly, notice them, even though they are extremely noticeable in a physical. One of the biggest ones is a discoloration on your neck. Like, it kind of looks like you got a crappy sunburn at one point, but it's not like a straight line. It's jagged. It's a different color of skin, more like a sunburn. I've had that for over 10 years. That is a big sign of diabetes or pre-diabetes. Things like oversensitive hearing when you're sleeping, all these other things that are part of knowing these signs early, I didn't even know. I just, again, thought I got a crappy suntan or something. And I didn't know, but a doctor should know. And a doctor should see that when they do your physical. But as I'm sure you all know, they're just there for the copay. They're just there to make the money off of you and how much the insurance is going to pay them for that visit and get you the hell out the door so they can bring someone back in. That's why you can't bring up anything outside of your physical in America. You can't talk about like pain or soreness or anything else because that drifts into like a regular office visit or a pre-existing condition or blah. And I'm so tired of that being the medical system we live in now, because I grew up in a day where doctors cared, and it's so drastically different now, you could tell they don't. So do yourself a favor, do your research. Check into things that you may not think of. A skin tag on your armpit, neck, or groin area, that's a sign of diabetes. You know, you might just have a skin tag, be like, oh shit, cool, you know, like fuck, that sucks. I don't know where that's from. Like, it means something. Things don't happen to you for no reason. I think we've all just relied too much on the opinions of people who honestly are just there for the money. They do not care. The same reason we used to love doctors, because they wanted to write papers and and innovate and find cures for things that were rare. And I still, at the age of 44, can't fucking burp because when I bring it up to a doctor, they're like, wow, you don't need to burp to live. Well, that's true. You don't need to shit to live. You don't need to piss to live. You don't need to really breathe to live. You could just be hooked up to a fucking respirator. Is your life living? Not really. Is not being able to drink beer or eat too big of a meal or whatever without feeling completely bloated like you're gonna explode living? I don't think so. But to doctors these days, yeah, nah, you're fine. I'm not even gonna look into it. And that's the fucking sad reality we live in. And that's why I think I was just cool with chilling. And like, fuck it, I'm gaining some weight. It's fine. I'm not meeting anybody anyways. It's a fucking town of the same people. And getting a like shock to the system, like where I'm not having to go through chemo and radiation and other stuff that might just kill me anyways. Just changing my lifestyle slightly can bring me back to life in a way. That's why I've done it. And so I feel better than I've felt in years. And I mean, I don't look too bad either, do I? Is that beard dandruff? Goddamn, okay, well, I mean, some things. Oh, this just in. Still not a single Call of Duty friend request. Wow. Wow. Even my friend who played Call of Duty and got me into it started playing Arc Raiders. So then I added Arc Raiders and started that whole journey. But I don't know. I don't know why people like it. It's more stressful. I'm still on there though. Uncle J official, same as Call of Duty. Just saying. I need friends in the lowest of places.
Subscribe.
Don't forget to hit that bell, yo.
I cannot wait till I get new furniture. This seriously is like in my butt. I can't believe we're towards the end. I've been waiting for this day forever.